Today in court, a Madison County man admitted to giving his brother the gun that was used to kill a man in 2011. We'll have more on his plea deal.
We'll see the clues Lexington police are working with as they ask for your help in solving an overnight hit and run.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon on this Monday. Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. He claims he took a plea deal to give the victim's family closure.
Today, a man admitted to playing a role in another man's murder. Ryan Denholm pled guilty to several charges in the 2011 death of Zachary Flower in Madison County. Victor Puente was in court to hear what Denholm told the judge. It's our top story at 4:30.
Ryan Denholm is expected to get a 15-year sentence for his part in the death of Zachary Flowers. Today, he admitted to bringing his brother the gun that was used to kill the Army veteran. The shooting happened in 2011 and centered around an argument at a Berea apartment complex. Police say Matthew Denholm had gotten into a fight with two men when Zachary Flower and Kevin Price broke the fight up. Earlier today, Ryan Denholm admitted that he took a shotgun to that apartment complex and his brother used it to shoot Price and Flower. Matthew Denholm pleaded guilty to that murder and two other unrelated murders in 2014. He's serving 3 life sentences. Ryan Denholm pleaded guilty to facilitation to murder, facilitation to commit murder, and facilitation to burglary. The recommended sentence for each charge is 5 years, so 15 total. He told the judge he wanted to bring this to an end.
My whole purpose of being here today is to put this behind me and to bring closure to Zachary Flowers' mother. I'm not trying to torment her.
Both Flowers and Denholm's families were in the courtroom. Neither wanted to go on camera, but Flowers' family did say they were unhappy with the plea deal that Denholm was taking. They said Zachary's life was worth more than 15 years. In Madison County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Denholm is eligible for parole after serving 20% of that sentence, which is 3 years. It is a beautiful start to the work week with some sunny skies and some warmer temperatures.
What a great way to start off a Monday. Only going to get warmer as we head toward the holiday weekend. Let's check in now with our chief meteorologist, Chris Bailey. Good afternoon, Chris.
Yeah, finally, I am the bearer of some good news out there, guys. Yes, indeed, Sam and Amber, the temperature pattern over the next several days is going into something straight out of summertime across central and eastern Kentucky. Nice weather out there today. Let us not shortchange our Monday. Defender Radar Network, that has been so busy in recent weeks tracking nonstop rains, has nothing to talk about. And it should stay that way again tomorrow. Current temperatures are into the low and mid 70s into much of central and eastern Kentucky on a northeasterly wind. The farther west we go, though, look at Springfield, Illinois. It is 86 degrees. Paducah at 85. Those are the numbers that we're going to get in on over the next couple of days as that northeasterly flow becomes more southerly and then southwesterly in time. If you're out this evening, it is a very, very nice one. 74 degrees at 7 o'clock, still right around 70 shortly after sundown. By 11 o'clock, we're cooling it down a little bit, upper 50s to the low 60s. Here are the headlines. Summer air surges in, very warm and humid conditions, borderline hot for this time of year over the next week, and storm chances will become a little more common as we get toward the second half of the week and into the coming weekend. Though coming up, guys, I'll show you why all is not lost at all with that 7-day forecast. It looks like July or August just ahead.
All right, thank you, Chris. Lexington police are looking for the driver involved in an overnight hit and run. It happened about 3 this morning on South Broadway at High Street. No one was seriously hurt when one car rear-ended another. Police are looking, though, for a newer model Chevy pickup with some front-end damage. Commercial buildings that sit empty for long periods of time can be real eyesores for the community. And Fayette County's PVA says they can be bad news for a neighborhood, sending property values down and crime up. Our Miranda Combs talked to Fayette County's Vacant Property Commission about empty commercial buildings in Lexington that they'd like to see filled.
Particularly, some of the commercial properties can really make it seem like an area is not viable. That being said, it's not illegal to have a vacant property.
Amber's at the live desk with our investigative reporter, Miranda Combs, with more on the story that she's working on for tonight at 6. Amber?
Sam, thank you, Miranda. All of us drive by these places, we see them, and we go, what's going on with his property?
You wonder what's going to come in next or how long it's been sitting there vacant. And the funny thing is, the city really doesn't know as well until a permit is filed, and then they move forward from there. But a lot of times, nobody knows what's going to happen until a permit's filed.
So it's not illegal, as we've heard, to have a vacant building.
Everything has to stay up to code, which is probably more difficult when a property is vacant. But still, for the most part, right now, all of the properties that they could find were up to code at least. But it was interesting because a lot of times you may not realize chains that may leave certain properties, they're still paying lease to the property owner. So that property owner may not have urgency to move someone else in if they're still getting paid. So that's a lot of times, many times, why these properties stay vacant for longer than you think may be necessary.
But we have seen some of them that have really gone probably past too long sitting there.
Right.
They're just really an eyesore.
And we all may have one in our minds that sticks out, and there's one that stuck out in the minds of city officials, and we'll talk more about that coming up at 6.
All right, we'll see it then, Miranda. Thank you, Sam.
New polls show Donald Trump has eliminated nearly all of Hillary Clinton's commanding lead over him in a potential general election matchup. And Trump is facing new questions, though, about his finances and his support for veterans, while Clinton still faces a persistent challenge from Bernie Sanders. Mark Albert has the latest.
Hillary Clinton spoke Monday in Detroit to one of the largest unions to endorse her, criticizing her likely opponent in November, Donald Trump.
We're not talking about any ordinary anti-union, anti-worker Republican. A lot of Republicans themselves say Donald Trump is a disaster waiting to happen to America.
Clinton's commanding lead over Trump in a hypothetical matchup is all but gone. Trump now leads in one national poll and is neck and neck in another. The billionaire predicted Clinton would not be able to unify Democrats.
So a lot of the Bernie Sanders voters, they do not like Hillary Clinton. They don't respect her. So those people would come with me.
The latest CBS News Battleground Tracker poll shows that in key states, voters are divided on whom to pick for the White House. In Florida, more voters think Clinton is ready to take over as commander-in-chief, but think Trump is more likely to tell it like it is. More than 70%, however, also think Trump can be too extreme. Senate Foreign Relations Chair Bob Corker of Tennessee, who met with Trump Monday in New York, praised Trump's challenge to the status quo, while sidestepping questions about running as the businessman's vice president.
I have no reason whatsoever to believe that I'm being considered for a position like that.
Trump said he would announce a VP at the Republican convention in July. Mark Albert, CBS News, the White House.
And even though Bernie Sanders may not have enough delegates to capture the Democratic nomination, CBS News has learned he will have a major say in the party's platform. The DNC announced a deal to appoint supporters of Sanders to a third of the platform committee slots. The platform will be voted on at the Democratic convention coming up in July.
You can soon get your tickets for one of Lexington's biggest summer concerts in just a couple of weeks. Red, White, and Boom 2016 will be held Labor Day weekend at Whitaker Bank Ballpark. This year's performers include Jason Aldean, Eric Church, and Florida Georgia Line. Single-day tickets will go on sale June 3rd at 10 a.m. You can.
Guests from 71 countries are in Lexington right now for a special conference.
It is the All-Tech Ideas Conference, and it's taking place now in downtown Lexington. Our Deanne Stevens has the details.
Hey, good afternoon, guys, from downtown Lexington, where over 71 countries are represented. Thousands of people in town this week for All-Tech's One Conference. What is one, you ask? Susanna Elliott is with us, and I loved how you put it. You're like, everybody comes and gets ideas. We can all benefit from what's going on here.
Exactly. It's called One because we believe this is the one place we want you to come, bring your idea, hear the ideas from these 71 countries from around the world, these leaders in business and agriculture and food, and it's the one place to be inspired. Attendees who take advantage of that one-day pass that we're offering for $75 tomorrow have an opportunity to see some fantastic speakers, including using the co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak. And we're all familiar with Steve Jobs, but really Steve Wozniak, he was the brains behind the technology. He just loved to be behind the scenes. And so you will be inspired by him tomorrow, as well as Captain Jim Lovell, who was on the Apollo 13 mission. He was the one who called down and said, Houston, we have a problem.
Right. So we're going to hear from both of them tomorrow.
Right.
And not just us. Like, this is open to the public now. We talked about the many people that are represented from around the world, but right here in Lexington, so many people can benefit from this.
Absolutely. These attendees, they're experiencing Kentucky Night tonight down at the Horse Park, and it is all about celebrating everything that is Kentucky. And then tomorrow night, they'll actually be in downtown in the restaurants and the bars. We have a Kentucky Ale Trail occurring, which will be music and a variety of bars downtown.
Yeah, so how is the state of Kentucky impacted by this? Let's talk about the economic impact, Patrick.
Yes.
What is happening here in Lexington this week?
So basically we've got, as we said, over 3,000 people, so that starts to bring revenue, whether it's the hotels. We had 1,800 people at the dinner last night, which apparently is the largest dinner they've ever served here in the Lexington Convention Center. Those guys are all spending money, whether it's out at the shopping malls, whether it's in the restaurants, whatever else it might be. So we believe it's an impact, you know, not just for Lexington, but for broader as well.
Well, it's not just a couple $1,000s either, is it?
No, it's not. As we said, there was over a $7 million return for the state last year for the area, and so we expect it to be even bigger this year with more people coming in as well. So.
All right, you can take part in Alltech's One Conference. How do they get tickets?
One.alltech.com. Register using One Day, all one word and all the words.
Come check it out for yourself here in downtown Lexington. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about. Back to you guys.
All right, Deanne, thanks so much. Madonna paying tribute to Prince, and Billboard crowns a new top artist.
Danielle Nottingham has your eye on entertainment.
Adele was named top artist at the Billboard Music Awards last night in Las Vegas. Britney Spears opened the show with a medley of her greatest hits and took home the Millennium Award. And fans tuned in to watch Madonna pay tribute to Prince. The Angry Birds movie took over the top spot at the box office, pulling in $30 million in ticket sales. Captain America: Civil War dropped to second place, and Neighbors 2: Sorority Rising rounded out the top 3. Where am I? And Alice is back in Underland, this time to save the Mad Hatter. But to do so, she has to go back in time. Mia Wasikowska says the costumes and sets helped her imagine the whimsical worlds that Alice visits.
We had a lot more sets on this film than the first one, which is really great.
The film also stars Johnny Depp, Anne Hathaway, and the late Alan Rickman. Alice Through the Looking Glass opens Friday. That's your eye on entertainment. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Los Angeles.
We've left all that rain behind, and we literally just skyrocketed into summer. With the heat, humidity, hello.
We did. I mean, it just changed in like 48 hours, Chris. You know, Saturday was rainy and ugly, and Sunday and Monday, look out.
Very
different
nice.
Picture.
Yeah, and later this week, people will be complaining that it's a little too hot out there. I mean, welcome to my world, folks. But at least today is beautiful out there. We have full sunshine into central and eastern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky, just a hint of some clouds showing up here. So not really full sun, and dropping that thermometer down to 73 Jackson, 75 London. Those are a little cooler than normal. A little cooler than normal into parts of central Kentucky as well. 75 Frankfort, 74 right now into Lexington. But look at that sky that is out there across the entire area. Mostly sunny conditions with nothing going on your Defender radar network. That has been a long time coming. It has been a very ugly May so far. Looks like we're going to string together a host of days with some nice weather before we get into that summertime feel middle and latter part of the week. Right now, let's get a feel of the traffic out there. Here's Officer Don.
Got a collision on Richmond and Old Richmond. No one's hurt in that wreck, but it's causing a little trouble around down Richmond Road right now, the right lane. Now, we cleared the problem from inbound Nicholasville Road, just around Brandon Crossing, but it's still slow inbound Nicholasville. Trying to get past that point. Outbound's holding its own. The drive times this afternoon, Paris looks okay. No problems on Paris Pike. 75 to Scott County is a straight shot. Now back to you in the studio.
Officer Don, thank you. A very special place to spend the night, and girls taking on boys in baseball. It's the video that will have you talking. Take a look at this.
If by chance you're heading to Paris, France this summer, not only can you visit the Eiffel Tower, you can stay in it. The rental company HomeAway is transforming the first floor of the Eiffel Tower into a vacation home. You have to enter a competition and write a short essay about what you would do if the Eiffel Tower apartment is all yours for the night.
A team of girls in Seattle is turning the world of Little League Baseball upside down. Meet the Peaches. They're named after a real women's team that played in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League in the 40s and 50s. But unlike the team of old, these girls play against the boys. And don't let the pink shoes and gloves fool you. They prefer to let their actions on the field do all the talking.
All the boys at our school think they're better at baseball than us, and I kind of feel really good when we get it better because it proves them wrong. Finally.
Ooh, that's some tough talk. The Peaches are part of a division that doesn't keep score because the players are so very young. But they're still doing some trash talking even at that young age.
All right, go girls. All right, much more to come here at 5 o'clock. Stay with us here on WKYT.